Vaccination sites across the country have paused the use of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. Welcome into News Channel 11 at 5. I'm Sarah Diamond.
I'm Josh Smith. Today, the Food and Drug Administration and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommended all agencies pause the use of the one-shot vaccine. The agency said they're investigating after 6 people in the United States developed blood clots within 2 weeks of getting their dose. The FDA posted on Twitter this morning that those adverse events appear to be extremely rare. The FDA and the CDC are investigating whether there's a link between the vaccine and the blood clots.
News Channel 11's Kaylin Cluck is in our Kingsport newsroom tonight. She spoke with local health officials about how today's developments will impact them moving forward.
Today, Tennessee and Virginia's Departments of Health announced they will pause administering the Johnson & Johnson vaccine while that federal investigation is underway. But regional health leaders tell me they still want the public to feel confident going to get vaccinated. Mass vaccination events won't happen as planned following the federal recommendation to pause administering the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The Sullivan County Regional Health Department had 10,000 doses of the vaccine to give at a 3-day event set to begin tomorrow.
We were really excited and a lot of work had gone into preparing for this mass event. But safety first.
Medical Director Dr. Stephen May says the department has 8,000 first doses of Pfizer to administer instead, and the event has been moved from Bristol Motor Speedway to White Top Creek Park. Those 10,000 Johnson & Johnson vaccines will not expire until June and will be put into storage while the CDC and FDA complete their investigation.
These pauses are not unheard of. We know it's happened with some vaccines in Europe. We want to be absolutely sure that we're safe, but that doesn't mean that we stop vaccination.
Health leaders believe the oversight practices should increase confidence in vaccine safety.
I know the headline, it could be concerning for many people as they hear this information, but I just want to reiterate, this is actually our system at work. So this oversight by FDA and CDC worked like it was supposed to. At the first hint of any correlation of this syndrome to vaccines, they've issued this pause.
In Virginia, a mass vaccination event planned for this Saturday will no longer use its 1,000 J&J doses. Instead, first Pfizer doses will be given at Marion Senior High School. Southwest Virginia health districts will store their J&J vaccines too, while they wait on further instruction from the CDC.
Right now, we do have enough Moderna and Pfizer to cover what we had already planned to do with J&J, and we'll be, working with the allocations that we have to meet the needs of the public.
The pausing of the J&J vaccine is also not a concern for the Northeast Regional Health Office when it comes to supply. Today, a spokesperson told us that or at least local county health departments, have enough Moderna and Pfizer on hand to meet the current need. Live in Kingsport, Kaylin Cluck, News Channel 11.
Kaylin, thanks. Again, the recommendation by the FDA and CDC has changed some mass vaccination events here in our region. Here's a recap. Sullivan County's 3-day mass vaccination event is set to begin tomorrow at the Bristol Motor Speedway. It will now take place at White Top Creek Park. The Pfizer vaccine will be administered there. Appointments are preferred, but they're not required. They can be made at vaccinate.tn.gov. The vaccination clinic scheduled for Saturday in Marion will still take place at Marion High School. First doses of the Pfizer vaccine will be administered there. This event is by appointment only. You can find a link to schedule your appointment on WJHL.com.